tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Bird in at the 3. And for the 76ers, they've got Tyrese Maxey. Trendon Watford is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Iverson in at the point guard position. Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, B.A., but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Here's Iverson. Philadelphia moving it around. And here's Maxey outside. Unable to get that one. White, the pass to Brown. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Pass to Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Iverson. The 3 is up. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
White, the pass to Tatum. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Outside Oubre. Pass to Iverson. Now Maxey. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Here's Bird. Fires from the wing. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated. Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Queta, no good. The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Embiid, a screen on White to the inside. The shot no good. Nice D from Tatum. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Boston. Tatum passes to Bird. Tatum, a screen on Oubre. Back to Tatum. Pass to Brown. The kick out to White. The 3-ball. Sinks it from distance.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Watford outside. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now Embiid. To the middle. From down in the low post, it goes. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
Knocks it loose. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. Here's Iverson. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Pass to Queta. The kick to Tatum. Let's go with a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Let's get loud and proud for your Sixers DNG.
Here's Iverson. And the layup falls.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The Celtics with the lead. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together. Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game here. That one's off. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Here's Iverson. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Maxey. Queta pulls it in. Boston leading by 4. Here's Pierce. Again, the miss by Boston.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Brian?
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
2 strong points from Embiid. His MO is to own the painted area.
Maxey against Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Nice follow-through on the fadeaway. Tatum's got 5 points.
Fading back. Nobody there to even challenge him.
Outside Grimes. And a miss there on the triple. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Barlow's checked in for the Sixers. Martin comes in for Tyrese Maxey. And the Celtics also making a change. Hauser's checked in. 76ers trail by 4. Martin up top. Outside Grimes. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. And there's the drive. Pierce. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Here's Edgecombe. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Boston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Jabari Walker is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Edgecombe. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Beauchamp, and it's small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, BA, that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy.
Now here's Tatum. Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard from outside. Joel Embiid with the board. 76ers trail by 8. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Edgecombe. No made baskets yet. And the jam by Walker.
Oh, it's hard to contain Edgecombe. And that opens things up in the pick and roll.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. 6-point lead. Pass to Pierce. Shoots over Oubre. Pierce can't get to it. And here are the Sixers now, down low. Lays it up and banks it in. Shays has got his first bucket in this one. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thank you very much for the report, Shams. Here's Edgecombe. Still without a bucket. White with a steal. Outside Pritchard. White, the pass to Vucevic. Here's Pierce. The kick to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go. He's made 3. He's missed 3 so far. 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Grimes. Here's Edgecombe. He's guarded by White. 4-3. Edgecombe, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
go.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Maxey against Brown. And it's Maxey missing.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Pass to Garza. Here's Pierce. Fires the three. Drummond grabs the miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Oubre passes to Iverson. Shoots over White. Iverson can't hit. Celtics lead by 6. Here's Pierce. Pass to Garza. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Guys?
Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Bird. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Garza passes to White. Here's Bird. He's covered by Oubre. Pass to Garza. 4 on the clock. Knocks it down from distance. Garza's got 5 now.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Outside Oubre to the paint. Knocked loose. White with a steal. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Brown can't hit.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Pierce. Drummond defending. Pierce can't get to it. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. 9-point game. The 3 from Edgecombe. They get it back. The kick out to Maxey. Philadelphia moving it around. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
So it's Boston now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game. It's 9. Outside, Brown. And so it's Boston. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run line. They're thinking about the shot.
if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
He's a problem, no doubt about it. One that opposing teams have to grapple with every time he takes the ball.
Celtics lead by 9. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Bird in at the 3.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's White. Pass to Queta. Shot clock at 6. And here's Brown for 3. Another miss by Brown.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Iverson. Outside Maxey. Fires from deep. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 5 rebounds in the game. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. 76ers trail by 9. Maxey passes to Oubre. Left side Maxey. Brown with some nice D. The Celtics shooting just under 40% from the field. Pass to Queta. And here's White. From downtown. Again, the miss by Boston. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Iverson. Philadelphia with another miss. Boston leading by 9. White with it. He's got 5. Queta, pass to Brown. Here's Bird. And that one drops for him. Bird's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Yeah, smart play there by Maxey. Opening things up for someone with the pick and roll.
Brown looking around. Out to the right wing. Here's Bird. He's covered by Oubre. Bird passes to White. White coming through.
I like that from White. Attacking the heart of that defense.
76ers trail by 11. Here's Iverson. Boston pulls it in. Queta's got 4 rebounds in the game. Bird passes to Brown. Pass to Tatum. Here's Bird. He's covered by Oubre. The jump hook. And too long on the shot. The 76ers have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Here's Iverson. Good work defensively by White.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Now here's Maxey. He's scoreless. Offline with a 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here they come, Sixers ENT.
Both teams will make substitutions. Now here's Grimes, tightly guarded. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Iverson. Drains the triple. Iverson's got his third bucket of the night.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Pritchard, the pass to Bird. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Vucevic. Over Embiid. Vucevic's shot is off.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Edgecombe. That's tipped. Embiid, a screen on Pritchard. Oh, a vicious move by Embiid.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Boston out in front. They're up by 8. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. 76ers trail by 8. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Quentin Grimes out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Shays in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Oubre. Pass to Shays. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Well, the Celtics shooting only 42%. Now here's Pritchard. Here's Pierce driving to the basket.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Pritchard, no good. Well, the 76ers shooting just 33% so far in this game. For 3, Maxey on target from range. Maxey's got his first 3 points of the game.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
The Sixers trailing. Inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now here's Brown. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Pass to Edgecombe. Maxey against Pritchard. There's a screen. Here's Shays. The shot won't fall. Nice D from Vucevic. Boston leading by 5. White on the wing. Pass to Pierce. It's hauled in by Oubre. The 76ers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Pritchard against Maxey. Lets the three fly. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Pierce, the pass to White. Outside Pritchard. Launches a three. Oubre with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Beyond the arc. Oh, it doesn't go. Boston leading by 5. White looking it over. And the three misses.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Here's Edgecombe. He's guarded by White. Maxey fires. Knocks down the trifecta.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Here they come. Lights on the clock. 76ers ENT.
The Celtics making a switch here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Tatum drops the hammer.
Well, he's never fazed by those big moments. Tatum with a big hoop right there.
Now White. It's Brown on the wing. Maxey covering. White with a screen on Maxey. 5 on the clock. Brown. White. He's off from 3. 76ers trail by 4. Here's Iverson. He's guarded by White. Got a piece of it. Tatum.
So when Tatum stays aggressive, he gets to the line a lot.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
And he does get the second one. And that puts him up 5. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th. Here's Iverson. Banks it home. Big shot.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Boston has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Well, He led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO.
Let me hear you. Big dog.
Here he goes. Cashes it in.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Here's Bird. Cleared away by Embiid. Oh, so much on the line here.
And the crowd is locked in.
It's good.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Outside White. Embiid there for the rebound. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th. Here's Iverson. So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness. And, you know, we figuring it out. It's early. But we taking it game by game, quarter by quarter, and everybody contributing. So, you know, I like it.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game,